My new mic, and I'm actually in location somewhere, so I want to make sure everything is going well. We're definitely going to be talking about detachment in the game, something that's going to cause you to win. But I'm actually out and about. I'm walking. I want to make sure you guys can hear me clearly. Detachment in the game. I want to make sure if you can hear me, let me know in the chat room. Put a number one in the chat room. You can hear me loud and clear because I'm actually walking. And I need to put the wind chime in so it doesn't sound windy. But if you can hear me, I'm going to put my camera on. So I'm actually out here walking and I'm testing out my new microphone. So if you can hear me loud and clear, let me know. But we're going to talk good. You can hear me good, good, good. Detachment in the game, man. We're going to talk about that today. Good. Now it's just now getting to Facebook. Shout out to everybody. Sounds good. Sounds crisp. Good. If it sounds a little windy, I'll fix that in a minute. But everybody, this is the year, as I said at the beginning of the year, it's a year of receipts. Year of receipts. I mean receipts. That means everyone's throwing receipts from good, bad, and indifferent. But I want to make sure we get to this other side so that you can win in life, win at the game we call life. I'm actually walking around. If it's windy, let me know because I'll fix that with my microphone. If it's a little windy, you hear a little wind, let me know. I'll fix it with my microphone in a second. Shout out to everybody. Yes, I'm out here out and about, walking. Got to stay in health. But we're going to talk about detachment in the game. So many people talk about the game, life, situations, but they are too attached to everything around them, and they wonder why they're not winning in life. And I'm gonna talk about it today. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like and share button. Hit the like and share if you can hear me loud and clear. Put a number one in the chat room. Those who are watching, if it's a little windy, let me know. I'll fix that as soon as I could hardly hear the wind. You're good, good, good. So I'm actually I got a new microphone that I'm using, and I'm testing it out. This is invested into what you're doing. You hear me good? What's going on? Good. You hear me good? And with Brown cardio, good. So I'm out actually walking, but I want to make sure you guys can hear me good as I drop this game on you guys. Make sure you like, share, tell somebody else about this. We're gonna go a little deep today, so make sure you get your scuba gears. So I was inside of the art museum, but I had to turn around and I realized it wasn't the perfect place to be at. Good. All right, so let's dive into this. You know, when we talk about the game over here, the definition that I give is that the game is going from point A to point B, and that it is understanding human nature, human psychology, and understanding um, and understanding female and male nature. The problem is when it comes to the game, or even we realize the game is just not. I'm gonna make sure I emphasize this. Yeah, this is when spirituality and the game combines. So the problem comes in is when people um, think that game is only predicated, and I'm gonna say this again, to only about getting women. Anytime if you're in a game, just think logically for a minute. That's why it's called a thinking class. It's always about somebody winning and someone losing. So the game, as it's called, is about somebody winning, and the winner needs to be you. So when we talk about the game, I don't want no other definitions of what other people say in other places, but I want to give you the definition that I give in this class. So when we talk about the game, we're talking about clearly that the game is not just predicated to getting women, but game is about life. Now we're going to talk about detach. Detach. Now, what do you mean? What's going on? What's going on, Mason? What's going on? So when we talk about detach in the game, so at the beginning of the year, you set your goals, you have your what you're going to accomplish through the course of the year. But one thing that I think a lot of people forget to do, and this goes for those who are this is when spirituality in the game combines, is that they forget to detach from how it's all going to play out. As if you listen to any time I teach on here, I always say, go to the end and live there. Let me say that again. So I always say the game is go to the end and live there. That means you go to the end and you see yourself. So if it's a bicycle that you want this year, you don't see yourself buying the bicycle. You go to the end and you see yourself riding the bicycle because you're in possession of it. If it's a new car that you want, you don't see yourself purchasing a car. You see yourself what? Driving in the car, going to get something to eat. That's where you see yourself at. That's the game. It's the same. What's going on, Trav? Good to see you, bro. Good to see Trav in the house. I want you guys to get this game. So it's detachment. So you go to the end where you already have what you in possession of. So what a lot of times people do is they want all the tricks and ponies and everything when it comes to the game or how to do something, but they never detach from it. Let me say that again. Yup, and with Brian, you got it. Let me say that again. So you want a brand new bicycle this year. I'm just giving something simple so everybody can get there. The goal is not for you to see about how you're going to get the bicycle. The goal is, or the game is that you already have the bicycle. And make sure people get this, is that you already have the bicycle. Some of y'all goal is to accomplish something in sports or something in a particular field. You don't go to how you're going to do it. You go to the end of you already have it. This going to separate a lot of people. So when you detach from it, that means you're not caring if it happens or if it doesn't happen because you already have it. Let me say that again. You don't care if you have it or you do have it because I mean you have the if you have the bicycle or you not because you already have it. Think about it. If everyone has a pair of socks at their house, yep. So everyone has a pair of socks. You don't worry. You're not attached. If you're not attached to whether you're going to have a sock, you're going to have socks to wear tomorrow. Why? Because you detach from it. What stops a lot of people from getting the things in their lives or accomplishing in the game is that they're too detached to how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen and how it should happen. Man, I promise you, I know what I'm talking about because I was going through all this week. When you detach from whatever it is you want in your life, what I mean by detach from it, when you get to the place that it comes or it doesn't come, I'm good. That's when you win. The freedom that's free you from anxiety and how you will attain it, that's good. Faith walk, sir. Yep. So a lot of times when it comes to the game, or say we talking to women, or getting your car, or getting a job, or money, or the next level you need to go to, you too detached to it. You are too attached. I'm sorry, attached to how it's going to happen, who going to be there, what I need to do, what God going to do, what did the woman don't like me? You asking all these questions, and it's coming from a place that everybody been saying, from a place of fear, and not from a place that you already have it. Like I said, you all know that you have a pair of socks. You don't fear. You're not detached about getting socks because you have socks. But when you detach yourself, that means it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. That doesn't mean that you give up that it's going to happen, that it's taking place. It just means that you're not attached to the result. So many people, I'm about to say it. I'm about to say it. So many people get into fear, doubt, and unbelief is because they're wondering when God's going to do something, or they're wondering when the boss is going to recognize me. They're wondering when situations going to work out. It's because they're too attached to the result. The famous thing is what you need to do is you have to realize the importance of surrendering. You put your request in and you surrender that is already done. Now I'm here to tell you, I was working on this all week. I was so attached to whether I get subscribers, whether I get super chats, whether I get cash up, whether people buy my products, whatever. You become so attached. What happened is you like somebody put in the chat room, you don't begin to enjoy the journey. You don't enjoy the journey. What happens is everything becomes to stress you out. Everything begins to You start looking for multiple ways. You start watching multiple videos. Why I didn't get her number? Why this didn't work out? Maybe I didn't learn something right. Because you're too attached. You're too attached. That's why people are not winning in life, is because they're too attached to trying to get something to work. They're too attached to if I do this one step, will it work? Peace and blessing. What's going? Leave and blessing to you. Peace and blessing. Appreciate that. So the question you need to ask yourself is, are you attached in the game? So this is the thing that happens on social media, especially on these YouTube streets. People get so attached to learning the game, learning about women, learning about female nature, red pill, passport, that they forget to detach from that and actually live. You gotta learn how to live. Most people do not learn how to live. I told my son I'm focused on having fun and creating, not worrying about the marketplace, organic flow, and the money will come. Correct. That's the key. I'm about to sit down right quick. I gotta find a perfect spot to sit down so I don't. Okay, well let's just do this because that looks better. I can sit down. So a lot of people losing in the game. Let me put my it's because they're too attached. And this is the other part. Let me hold on one second. Let me set my gear up. This is the other part a lot of people mess up at. You gotta understand people make money when you being attached to trying to get the results to happen. There we go. There we go. That's way better. Let me say that again. People make money off of you being attached to people, situations, churches, game, this one and that one. People will make you attached to bad news, negativity, situations that happen. And guess what? It's all designed so that you do not win in life. If this is resonating with you, let me know in the chat room. You got me out here. I got to make sure I got my new microphone. Got to make sure it's cool. Let me move it up. There we go. Shout out to Jono. You can. So I'll make sure if you picking up what I'm putting down, I want you to realize that if you're going to win at the game of life, you got to detach. Let me say that again. If you're going to win at the game of life, you got to detach. You need to detach. You need to be like, not it's not the point where you detach where you're not, you don't, you take yourself out of wanting what you already have. Like I said, the example of the socks. You don't have to worry about socks. What? Because you already have socks. You need to detach in the game. If you're trying to go to another country, you're trying to figure everything out. I'm like what I'm doing. I'm researching. I'm looking around. I'm talking to people. I realized the other night I said, you know what? Let me throw my hands up. I detach about how this is going to happen. I'm worried about the visa. I'm worried about that. Let me just. My son's now. We supposed to go travel somewhere. My oldest son's not giving the date up yet because he don't know the date. I stopped worrying about it. I said, when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. This is not a case of rah rah where you just whatever it be. No, life is about a choice, but also too, you can't allow your choices to keep you hostage. You got to realize you got to let it go. You wonder why you're not winning in the game? You're too detached. I mean, you're too attached. You wonder why that girl didn't work out with that guy or that girl. You're too attached. Let me say that again for somebody because they didn't hear me. You know the things flying around. There's a camera right there. You wonder why it did not work with that individual. It's because you're too attached. Y'all need to hear what I'm saying. You wonder why the business didn't work out. It's because you're too attached. You wonder why your prayer didn't go through or situation didn't work out like you thought. You too attached. You too attached. You are too attached on how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and when it's going to take place. If this is making sense to you, let me know in the chat room. Put a number one in the chat room. Put a number one. I got everything want to come by. Put a number one in the chat room. You picking up what I'm putting down. And then after that, I'm going to go get some lunch. Thank you, Shalonda. You guys are too attached to everything. Now, I said this was a year of receipts. I've said that at the beginning of the year. But you realize that everything that you need in life, this is the game. This is the game. Everything you need in life, you already have. It's inside of you. So when you realize that, you stop being attached to trying to make the results happen. You stop trying to be attached to whether the results are going to take place. You stop being attached to whether things are going to work out. You put your request in, you start moving in the direction you need to go. This is going to separate you in the game. And I know everybody want to hear a pimp story or whatever the case may be, but I'm not going to give, I don't want to, I'll say this. In that particular lifestyle, when we were to talk about that, what does the pimp say? The pimp says, one goes, another one comes. Or in so many words, if one young lady leaves, he know another one is around the corner. He's not attached to that particular woman that way. The same way you have to be in life. You got to wear situations, people, circumstances like a coat. You got to know when to change it. You're too attached to what? Well, this ain't working out, LDA. My money ain't right. This you too attached. If you detach in the game and you walk like water or you move like water where things don't move you, but you move everything around you, you'll get everything that you want in life. I promise you. Just a change. This a change. This a change. This a change everything. So I want you to pick it up when I'm putting down because a lot of people miss this part when it comes to the game. I'm gonna tell you. I remember I was trying to talk to this particular young lady. She was nice looking. I have to say this because y'all can get what I'm. And I thought about it. I went to sleep thinking about her. So when it came to talk to her, guess what happened? I was like, I started. Oh my God! I started talking like Daffy Duck. I started stuttering. I was like, man, I don't stutter. But what happened was I was so attached to what she was gonna say. I was so attached if I say the right thing. I was so attached to whether she liked me or if she didn't like me. And guess what happened? It didn't work out. You know why? Because I was so attached to the results instead of being in the moment and enjoying if the conversation that could have took place between me and her. I remember the same thing with a job. I was looking for a particular job. I was studying for it. I was reading on it. And then finally, I went for an interview for the job and I didn't get hired. I said, this ain't this but a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I was upset about it because I put in the work all summer for this particular job and I went to the interview and guess what happened? They didn't hire me. I was so attached that I knew I had the job. What happened? I didn't get the job. So I sat back and I thought about it. I knew the guys that worked there. And so what I did was I put on one of my nice blazers, some jeans, and some shoes. And what I did, I walked up there and I said, I went to, I went at the time that these guys have lunch. And I just talked to them like, yo, you didn't get the job? No. They put in a word for me. Guess what I did? I said, if they call me, they call me. If they do, they don't. And guess what happened? I ended up being at the job for almost 8 years. You want to win in life? Detach. Or like they would say in the church, surrender. You know what? I give it over. Sometimes we are so enamored or trying to make something happen in our own strength that we don't give the higher power or God inside of us the ability to make it happen. There's certain things that you want to see take place in your life, in your situation. The reason why it's not happening because you haven't did like this. You haven't just like, you know what? All right, I did everything I needed to do. So you need to really think about that. Have I detached in the game? What I mean by detached from the game, have I heard the game, have it applied it, and now I need to allow it to do the work. Some of you guys are so trying to make the game work that it's not working for you. Some of you guys are so trying to make the game work that it's not working for you. I did everything. I read every book. I heard everything you said. You're so trying to make it work that you're not allowing it to work for you. Okay, I have a question. Where do psychics get their answers from and the or is it planting seeds in your head so they can happen? Okay, good question. It's interesting that you would ask that question. So in detachment, we're going to make sure we stay online because it's a good question. So a psychic can get the information just like a prophet can, but the psychic can see it, but they can't do anything about it. They can see that your mother had, had two kids and that your father lived over here. All they do is they can see the information. While a prophet or one who's been trained in that arena, they can see the information, but also they can go and adjust the situation. And I don't want to go too deep into this because it's a whole teaching into this, but I will say this. Just because someone can see certain things doesn't mean that they are can help you in that arena. So yeah, so they can see it, but it doesn't mean that they can um, do anything about it. So where did they get the answers from? So there are multiple planes. Excuse my sons. You know when the game start working for me, LDA. You know when the game. Oh wow, this is powerful. Gotta go around the other way. You ain't paying attention. You know when the game start working for me, LDA, when I drop my resistance and start being grateful. That's that's I love it. See, this the thing. So many people, this the people get so much information. They do nothing with it. They're trying to dig, how can I say it? People get the game and it's like an axe. It's not sharp. And so they're trying to cut down trees of unbelief, doubt, and everything else to try to move forward in life. But as my brother said, the moment he let go of the resistance, that means he let it go and allowed the game to work for him, he began to win. That's what most people miss it at. What's going on, Wayne? Good to see you. That's what most people, when you realize, when you understand, when you realize, when you become like, you become indifferent to if it works or if it doesn't work, it can work for you. I was spoiled for a long time until I lost it. Once I touched, mm, I was spoiled for a long time until I lost it. Once I touched to that thing again, damn near broke into tears. Grateful, yeah. So I want you to realize when you detach, y'all. This the thing. Y'all, a lot of people teach this online. They're so gun ho of holding on to the game, holding on to life. The stronger you grip on, you hold on to it, is how you're going to lose things. The person who has his grip like this, who has a tight grip on life, guess what happens? He end up losing everything. But the person who has his hands open receives everything in life. Let me say that again. If you want to win at the game of life, you got to learn how to let go of the grip that you have on life and begin to open your hands and allow it to flow to you and through you. The reason why things are not working in life because you have a kung fu grip on everything in life. You do not know how to enjoy life. You do not know how to walk away. You got to be right. You got to debate. You got to show that you know everything. The moment you let go and allow life to flow from outside of you, from inside of you out, it begins to reward you. That's detachment. See, everybody want this immature game. I'm giving you stuff I learned where I messed up and where I needed to grow in. Is when I begin to open my hands and begin to allow life to flow and not allow life to hold on to a kung fu grip on everything in my life. How many of y'all have been, how many of y'all in the chat room had, have had a kung fu grip on life and it has not been working for you? Put a number 2 in the chat room. If you have had a kung fu grip on life and it has not been working for you, put a number 2 in the chat room. If you have been having a kung fu grip on life and it has not been working for you, put a number 2 in the chat room. Trying to put my comment in there, post a comment. I put my 2 in there. Two, I had to come to Jesus. 12:2:23. Everything flow now. Surrender. Yeah. You said they're lying. It's the moment, I kid you not, the moment you detach and you begin to open your hands, life begins to flow to you. Everything begins to work better. Your headaches, your back problems, everything begin to flow when you let go of the grip that you have on life. This is going to separate you from everyone else. This is when you can wake up with a smile, when you're not moved by anything. Look, you created 8 books. Right. See, look at that. It's when you let go of your fears, your doubts, your unbeliefs, and realize that you have everything that you need in your life right now. I'm not, let me be very clear. I'm talking about me. Y'all think it's easy to come up here and share and spit this wisdom and all like that. I'm speaking from life experience. I'm speaking from my own doubts and unbeliefs and situations. It's the moment I begin to say, I let it all go. I don't care. When it happens, it's going to happen. It's not that you don't care about life, it's that you learn how to let go of the grip. Detachment is the key to winning in life. This doesn't mean that you throw your hands up like, well, forget it, I don't care anymore. No, it means that you know that you no longer attach to how it's going to play out. Some people are so worried about how it's going to work out, how you're going to meet your wife, how you're going to meet your husband, how this is going to work out, how situations going to play out. Guess what? It's never going to happen. Release and receive much more. See? I like the 2s in there. I'm glad everybody telling the truth in here. Whew. It's impossible to control everything. Plus, I will screw everything up. I love it. That's what most people miss. They're trying to control everything. Uh-oh. Now you waited and tricking me with that comment. This is the key to winning in the game with women. So many men try to get into the game. Uh-oh. Let me say this again. This gonna be powerful right here. For all you guys on here talking about game. If you're trying to control the woman, you're going to lose. Let me say that again. Some of y'all have a confident grip on the women that you with, and you're wondering why you're losing. Some of you women had a confident grip on the men that you were with, and you're wondering why you're losing. The moment you detach and allow the relationship to flow, And to be organic, it begins to move in the direction that it needs to go in. And you realize the reason why it begins to move in the direction you need to go in, because it's just a reflection of you on the inside. I didn't mean to get that deep, but I have to say it that way. Some of y'all need to release the controls that you have on girlfriends, wives, and situations like that. The reason why she didn't show up or he didn't show up, because you're too controlling. Woo, boy. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my God. Yes, I did. I did because I was operating in a negative emotion called fear. So when it's so when it closed, so when it closed, you can't get the game, but you already got it. You already got the game and can receive proper instructions from self and others if the grip is open. Sounds about right? That's correct. That's completely right. Some of you guys, people on these YouTube, Facebook streets, and everybody don't may not like what I'm saying. The reason why relationships, your relationships or relationship that could happen is that you're too controlling. You got a comfort grip. The way you win in life or win at the game is when you love is not controlled. You are too attached. If you got that much of a comfort grip on somebody, guess what? They can never receive the instructions from you. Y'all don't want this. And this goes for men and women. Some men and some women are just too controlling. Oh, I'm talking to someone. And you wonder why you're not winning in the game of life because you're trying. See, this is the thing. Anytime I watch a person who tries to control everybody around them, that lets me know that their life is out of control. Y'all better catch what I'm about to say. Let me say this again. It lets me know when someone tries to control everything around somebody else, that lets me know that their life is not in control. They have to detach. Now, it's a good question, Cleveland. You say, isn't control a part of the masculinity? Yes, it is to a degree. But you realize your masculinity, if you give proper instructions, well, how do if you give proper instruction and knowledge to, say, a woman or to a particular company, guess what? There's a difference between controlling something and setting boundaries for somebody. There's a difference between giving controlling someone or controlling a situation and setting boundaries for it. So if I give you instructions, do not call me past 8 o'clock. Am I controlling you? You know not to call me past 8 o'clock because I will not answer the phone past 8 o'clock. One now, if I control you into saying that, it's a difference. Too many people try to control everything around in their lives, like Wade said, and they end up messing it up anyway. So your masculinity, so to answer that correctly, yes, it has to, he does control the things around him. He does set boundaries around him. He does make sure things don't get out of hand. That's part of his masculinity. But when you take it a step further and you want to control everything around you and everybody around you, that's a problem. See how it feels when you ever been around a person who try to control everything? You ever been around a person who tries to control everything? It is the worst feeling in the world. I knew some people like that who wanted to control everything around them, and while their life was jacked up inside. Let me get back to what I'm going to say with the detachment. So if you want to win in life, you have to detach in the game. The game is the game is not going to work at the degree you want it to work until you detach. And you realize the game is not on the outside of you, the game is on the inside of you. Where's the game? On the inside of you. If this is making sense, let me know in the chat room. Put a number one in the chat room. You picking up what I'm putting down. You picking up what I'm putting down. Picking up what I'm putting down, put a number one in the chat room. I'm gonna wait. Good, good, good. Detach. You allow it to be what it need to be. The moment you detach, the moment you have everything. Let me say what one of the great thinkers said, or people said. Attachment causes suffering. You ain't hear me. Attachment causes suffering. Attachment causes suffering. When you are attached like that, it causes suffering, mainly emotional. When you detach, you begin to win in life. Let me give this one more thing. So I think I'm almost at an hour because I want to definitely share this. Remember, I've said this last year and I'm going to say it again. The imagination is the playground of the gods. The imagination is the playground of the gods. We talked about that this is the year of receipts. This is the year when you show and prove. This is the year of results. But you cannot be attached to how it's going to happen. And since the playground of the gods is your imagination, what are you entertaining in your imagination? You don't get what you want in life, you get who you are in life. And what are you mentally thinking, imagining? Let me say that again. The imagination is the playground of the gods. This is where the gods play. This is where the gods play, is with the imagination. If you want to win in life this year, you have to get into your imagination and begin to walk like God. This is the next level game. It's where spirituality in the game connects. If you want to win in life this year, is when you get into your imagination and realize that you win at life through your imagination. I don't know what other people told you. So this is how you win in the game. You want me to give you an example? Great, I'm going to give it to you. I don't got to use women because that's the only way some of you, I know we going to get it. Many years ago, I wanted to talk to a particular young lady. In my imagination, I've already talked to her, shook her hand, and we had a great conversation. I did that several nights before I went to bed, and even in the morning. When I woke up one day I ran into her. The conversation that I had in my imagination played out almost to the T to how it was when I met her. Your imagination separates you in the game of life. It is the playground of the gods. If you want to go to a particular country, if you want to go to a particular, you want to accomplish a certain amount of dollar amount in your job, start first in your imagination. You either win or lose, not in this world. You either win or lose in your imagination. I'm not teaching no woo-woo kind of stuff. This ain't no super deep. This is just proven facts. When they did a study on particular athletes, what they needed to do to when one particular athlete, they want to increase his layups. He had him do the layups in his imagination every night and every morning. He went inside of his imagination and he's seen himself shooting the shots over and over and over again, to the point that it became so real in his imagination that when he got on the court and began to practice, guess what happened? His jump shot, not a jump shot, but his uh, shots became better. Let me say that again. Your imagination is where you start to create the world around you. The real game is not on the outside of you. The real game is on the inside of you. That's why if you, I said this last year, I'm gonna say it again this year. I've already, I've already talked to the people that are already. I've already talked to you. Pay attention to what I'm about to say, because it's gonna be sort of deep. I've already seen you guys in my imagination who are in the chat room. I told you guys to come here and come to this chat, to come to this live. I've already seen other people coming. I've seen other people leaving. I already started that in my imagination. Okay, I like this. LDA. I started an online business. I'm searching for those receipts. So you don't. Let's correct it. Let's get your get your game right quick. Good. What's going on, Miss? What's going on, Justin? So I want you to get this. I started an online business. I'm searching for receipts. Where everybody in the classroom tell him where he searched for where are the receipts. Somebody tell me where are the receipts for true challenge proof. Where are the receipts? I've started an online business, comma. I'm searching for those receipts. Where are the receipts? Somebody tell me if you've been here any amount of time, you should know where those receipts are. I just gave you the no, you're almost right. No, that's not where are the receipts for his online business. I just gave you a treatment. Somebody tell me where are the receipts? While I sip some of this sweet peach. Where are the receipts for his business? Somebody tell me in the chat room, where are the receipts for his business? Oh, thank you. Thank you. They in his playground of the gods. Thank you so much. You guys got it. So you don't look. So in essence, we'll change your comment. We'll change this. I started an online business. I have those receipts already. Thank you for the encouragement. The playground of the gods is your imagination. So you should get to the point where you see yourself having receipts and say receipt, 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 check, cash app, everything is working, taxes paid, all inside of it. That's whoa. Check what Mr. Dick Justice said. Just check what he said. He went even further with his CPA. Certified public accountant. Now, I want you to realize what he just said. In order for you to have the receipts, in order for you to get a CPA, that means that you have receipts. That's even further. Catch what he said. Think about what he just said. Think about in what we're teaching today, detachment in the game. In order for you to even get to the CPA, that means you already have receipts. So you should see yourself not looking for the receipts. You should see yourself giving your receipts over to the CPA. That means you already made transactions. This is the real deal right there. Man, thank you. Your receipts are already at the CPA's office. That means you went to the point where you made a transaction, they paid you for the transaction, you got the receipt, and now the receipt is where? With the CPA. That's taking it even further. I love it. I was trying to do baby steps with Justin Adams came in and dropped it. He came and dropped it right there. Oh, I see where you're going with this. But you're right. Think about it. If you're searching for your receipts, that means your receipts are already with the CPA. That means it's already a done deal. Y'all gotta get this, man. That's living at the end. So you should be, so my brother, you should be, or sister, I'm not sure which one you are, but you gotta think about this. If my receipts are at the CPA's office, that means I got money in the bank and I'm about to pay taxes on it. I'm about to get paid. What if there's a disconnect between your words and actions? Okay, give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more with that because that's really good. I want to get that. If there's a disconnect between your words and actions, that means if there's a disconnect between your words and your actions, you got to think about. That means you're saying one thing, but your actions are doing another thing. I hope that's what you're getting at. But you got to think if your receipts are at the CPA's office, that means you already made lots of transactions. That's powerful. I hope y'all get what Justin, you came in, man. You came in right on the boom. What if you're okay? So if your words and your actions are not lining up, then you need to look within. Go into the mat, go into the playground of the gods and say, why are my words or actions are not lining up? The only reason why your words and your actions are not lining up is because you don't see your self concept of who you are is not there. You're saying one thing, but you're doing another. That means that you don't see yourself completing the actions that you want to take place. A lot of people say a lot of things, but their actions don't line up. The only reason why their actions don't line up is because their concept of who they are doesn't line up. I'll say it this way. You can take a millionaire and strip him of all his money and throw him in another city, and guess what's going to happen to him? Within 6 months to a year, he will be a millionaire again. You're right on the point, man. It still was good. It was right on point. You can take a millionaire, strip him of the money, strip him of any connections, and throw him in another city. He should be. What's going on, Golden Child? He should be a millionaire. He will be a millionaire in what? Within 6 months to a year. Why? Because of his self-concept of who he is, who he see him, how he sees himself on the inside is going to what? Directly affect his actions and how he moves. That's the real game. So people try to teach you game on the exterior, but they have not changed how you see yourself on the inside. Let me say that again. The moment I see myself as a teacher, everything I do naturally from that point I begin to teach. Let me say that again. If your actions and your words are not lining up, that means that one thing, your concept of who you are does not line up. James Brown had a song back in the day called "You Talking Loud and Saying Nothing." So many people, like I said, that's the reason why the millionaire take him in it, take him and strip him of all his account, take him and strip him of all his connections. You put him in another city within 6 months to a year, he will be a millionaire. You can take a pimp, strip him of everything he knows, take all his furs, foxes, and take him from all his young ladies that he has, put him in another city, 6 months to a year. He will have some kind of woman trying to pay him to give him money for her services. It's a mindset and it's a self-concept of who you are. So if your actions and your words are not lining up, you need to check, how do you see yourself? How do you view yourself? Oh, it's a little windy. Just how do you see yourself? That's the key. How are you viewing you? Ooh, that thing's big, man. So back to detachment. The playground of the gods is your imagination. You're going to win at the game of life. It doesn't start when you get out there. It starts out, and you're going to win at life when you have already won in your mindset. Or think about yourself. This what separates the men from the boys and the girls. This the women from the girls. When you're able, man, it got windy out here. Let me put my little wind chime thing on. So I want you to get this. I want you to get that. Any more questions before I get ready to leave? We want to get lunch. Detachment in the game. When you'll get more with your hand open than when your head closed. Let me say that again. You'll get more in life with your hands open than with your hands closed. The reason why a lot of people are not winning in the game is because they have their hands closed to knowledge, to wisdom, to what to do and what not to do. You can't hear nothing if your ears are closed. You can't eat nothing if your mouth is closed. The moment you open your the moment you open your hands, let me put my wind chime on. The moment you open your hands and actually open and allow to open your hands and allow life to flow to you, you'll win. 1 second, let me put my mic. Ooh, that's powerful right there. That's powerful right there. Let me put my little microphone thing going right quick because it's windy. This is my first time using this. Let me see. There we go. I know it'll look funny, but I don't care. What he said, I heard a martial art that an open palm is more powerful than a fist. Right. I want y'all to get what he just said. If you're going to win in life, win in this game called life, open your hands. Detachment leads to what? You winning in life. I've seen so many people lose their life because they're trying to hold on to everything they have. Because they hold on to everything that they have in life. If you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, let me know. Let me know. Hey, I got what you're saying, LJ. This is good. I needed this. If you didn't need it, let me know too. You got what I'm. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, let me know in the chat room. I know. Oh yeah, I forgot Valentine's Day is coming. I hope. Oh boy, y'all better get ready for Valentine's Day. This is if you this is resonating with you. You needed to hear this. Let me know in the chat room. That's something I have to get is battery. Like I said again, I'm gonna say it again. The imagination is the playground of the gods. Yeah, good, good, good. I want you to really resonate with you. So if you wanted to play in the playground of the gods, it's in your imagination. Mindset is so important. A lot of times, the reason why you're not going to the next level, I've detached from the pagan holidays. I detached from the pagan holidays. I hear you. The reason why you're not going to the next level in life, is because you're so attached to where you are right now. The reason why you're not going to the next level in life is because you're attached to where you are right now. If you can detach from everything around you, your beliefs, your self-concept, Shannon, thank you, appreciate it. If you can detach from your beliefs, your concepts, your prejudice, your biases, everything else, life will begin to open up to you. Let me say that again. Life will begin to open up to you when you begin to let go, and you begin to let go of certain beliefs that you have. The reason why you don't have more money in your account has nothing to do with the government, has nothing to do with the economy. It has all to do with your mindset. Because once your mindset changes, your actions will change. Peep what I just said. The moment your mindset change, your actions will change. A lazy person will wait till they reach the rock bottom. I've been there, did that. So when you change your concept of who you are and what you can do, guess what's going to happen? Everything around you begins to change. When I first started doing this in 2007, I didn't believe I would be doing it to this point where I'm at now, right now. And what having people from around, you don't know how grateful I am to have people from around the world I don't even know, and some of y'all I do know, to come and listen to what I have to say. But I had to change my mindset on what I need to give. I had to go into my playground of the gods and begin to let me go get my spaceship right quick and go right quick, and I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna say this right quick. And I want you to get what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down. So reality, I've already talked to everyone in the chat room. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. I've already talked to everyone in the chat room before you showed up. If anybody picking them, I went into my imagination and I talked to everyone in the chat room already. I had a conversation with you. We interacted. And I said, hey, once you come on Friday and show up and respond in the chat room. So it's never a surprise who shows up and who don't show up, because I've already talked to you prior in my imagination. The question is, who have you been talking to in your imagination? Who have you been interacting with who's showing up in your life? Good question. If you keep getting women or situations that are not working for you, we need to look at your imagination and who you are. Who are you? Detachment. And get you to detach from that so that you can allow the game to flow through you. Woo, boy, I have so much more I want to say. But I might pop up on Valentine's Day for y'all. I do got a Valentine's Day. audio. If you want to get one-on-one consultation with me, there is a link I will be putting up for you to get that one-on-one. And also I do have products. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Brother Love Show, what's going on? If you enjoy what I'm, salute, 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 salute. Oh man, got my little fit on today. You know, had to put on the fit today. Just so y'all know, LDA don't be playing when it come down to dressing. Put the little fit on, you know. Gotta look like $1,000,000 out here, out in the elements. It's a little cool today, but I think this is the right way. Yeah, there we go. Had to put a little fit on, you know. Can't talk about you OG and you looking like a raggedy G. You know, got a little fit on, you know. That door closed. So you gotta if you gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you for everybody for showing up, brother. Salute to everybody. Any more questions before I leave? Anybody got any more questions? If you want that one-on-one consultation, I will set that up for you. I will put a link in the after the show. That one-on-one, you want to get that one. If you want to elevate yourself to the next level, you need to get that set up that one-on-one. We can talk, get you to skyrocket. Sometimes it's just take one word on one phrase to pull you out of where you are to get you to where you need to be at next. There's an example. I remember this guy, remember the story I read, and I want you to get this story down. There was this guy who owned a newspaper company. It was millionaire plus. Have a great day, everyone. It's lunchtime. Yeah, I'm about to go lunch now. And he got he owned a newspaper company, but he was a millionaire. And I'm gonna tell the story and I'm gonna get ready to go. And he was very rich. So a young man came to him and said, "Sir, can I sit down with you?" He said, "Sure, you can sit down with me. I want to know, how did you get your riches?" So the young man, the older man, took out a little piece of paper and tore it out of his notebook and wrote 3 words and gave it to him. He said, "Those 3 words is how I became a millionaire." Sometimes it's not the words, it's being around someone at a different level than where you're at that's going to elevate you past the point of where you're at. Some of you got to get that one-on-one coaching. I got it. I made it economical, but I'm gonna raise the prices. Don't get me wrong. You need to get that one-on-one, and I'm going to deliver. I'm going to pull you out from where you're at to where you need to be at. So you need to set up that one-on-one coaching. But this is Lawrence D. Adams. I'm going to do some more live video, not more live. I'm going to do more videos coming up. Now I'm outside now. But if you enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and leave. So this is the thing we're going to leave in there. I want everyone to put, just going to throw the algorithm up, algorithm off. When this ends, I need you to put "the gods have spoken" in the comments. I'm about to leave. I'm about to get ready to go. When we end this live, I want you to put in the comments, underneath the comments, "the gods have spoken." Just gonna throw everybody off. I know. Not right now. Not in the when this video ends. I want you to do me a solid, because it helps with the algorithm and everything like that. The gods have spoken. When this video ends, I want everyone to go back to the video in YouTube and put "the gods have spoken." Pick up what I'm putting down. When this video ends, because I gotta say this a couple times. Like somebody said, "When the video ends?" No, When the video ends, in the comments underneath this video, put the gods have spoken. Get the likes up. A question. That's a good question. You're the lowercase g, not the uppercase G. I'll put it that way. I could answer that question, but that would go into a whole another hour or so talking about that. If we are gods, who do we pray to? Good question. I can't answer that right now. That's a behind the scenes question. I can't answer that in public. But after this ends, put in the comments the gods have spoken. And I'm about to get ready to go. Thank you so much for listening. This is Lawrence D. Adams, and I am out.
You're tuned in to The Thinking Class with Lawrence D. Adams. Let's go.
This is LDA at the Dark. I want you to follow me as I begin to take you on a journey. But first, I want you to relax. Relax your mind. Relax your body. And I'm going to guide you. What I want you to do now is to lay back and begin to relax your mind. Take all the worries away, because I'm going to guide you slowly in relaxing your body. First, we're going to start from the top of your head. I want you to